I think that we should talk about is what should we expect from the new Flash movie?
So before we even, guys, this is his last day here, so you guys got to give him all kinds of crap today, all kinds, because tomorrow we
Cool.
drop him off.
Yeah.
For
Hey,
sure.
hey, listen to me. Listen to me. We need his address for basic because what you got to do is you got to get a can of Mountain Dew and cover the sides of it with stamps and mail that to him. His drill sergeants are going to love it.
No.
Happened to me.
Nice.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, I was talking to him about that earlier, getting the address and everything so that we could write. But I didn't know that we. I guess I'm going to send some Mountain Dew that way.
Gonna come back buff.
Some Skittles.
I'm gonna hate you guys when I come back.
All right, so go ahead.
All right. Okay. So what are we expecting from the new Flash movie coming out? Because we already know from the trailers that there's basically going to be two Flashes. There's a Michael Keaton Batman, and then there's a Supergirl, and then General Zod's back too.
Hey, Henry Cavill already commented on her Supergirl and said it was amazing.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, for real.
At least he's being cool about it. Because technically, it should be him.
Okay, just to go off topic. I don't know if anybody saw this. Me and Tony just saw it earlier. Sorry, Henry Cavill possibly playing the new Duncan MacLeod in Highlander movie.
They do it. They started doing stuff
What?
like that when he quit The Witcher. I don't know if any of it's true.
Well,
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know if it's, but that man, I think that would be
Netflix
so-
posted.
They're
ad
making a
saying
new
that
Highlander
season 3
movie?
of Witcher's coming out.
I didn't know about this new Highlander movie.
was just seeing it because we were talking. I was showing Tony the Highlander swords and stuff. We're looking at the He-Man swords and Duncan MacLeod Highlander swords, and then
I didn't know what that was, so I looked up Highlander, and it showed not Chris Hansen.
Henry Cavill.
Wow, Henry Cavill next to the Highlander movie.
Wow.
And they were talking about
Wow.
Henry Cavill playing
Wow.
Duncan MacLeod.
Mm. Mm.
You know it'd be
Well, we'll
crazy.
see because that's
I
kind of a
don't know.
reboot.
I don't know, Fat Man. What do you think? Would that be good?
Well, dude, all depends on how they choose to play it. Because I mean, the Highlander 1, 2, 3, those were all killer. When they started slipping into the series, different crowd of enthusiasts.
Yeah.
I never got into the series, but I think as long as they keep the action in there and they don't get all cheesy with the characters, it should be pretty freaking killer. They've got the special effects to pull off all kinds of crazy stuff, so they just got to.
Oh heck yeah, it will.
Well, they
I mean,
got kind of
Dungeons and Dragons
dumb.
movie, proved it, and then the new Transformers movie is going to prove it too with the whole CGI and how they're going to work with it.
I mean, if we remember the Highlander movies back when we were younger, you know what I'm saying? Like, we thought it was awesome. You know, you see the lightning, the way.
It was cutting edge, the special effects, man.
Yeah, and the plot.
Oh,
It's just I didn't care for the second one, where I think the second one was where they said, "Oh, they're from like another planet."
Yep.
And they come to, but it wasn't consistent with the first one, and I'm like, okay, but I still liked the second movie, and then you had the third one. Then it started. I don't know. I love them. It's just me. I love the movies, all of them, and then the series. I have the series in the way it fed into the series.
Yeah, I got the series on Vudu.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I've got it too, man. I'm a stupid big fan of those movies and that TV show. So yeah, when you said that there could possibly be a new movie, I was like, what? I don't know, because Duncan, his story. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, is Connor? the
Connor.
original?
Connor is the one whose story ended. Duncan was from the TV show.
Mhm.
Okay.
Connor's story ended. So if he's, I don't know about that, because the guy, oh gosh, what's his name? Adrian Paul.
Adrian
Yeah.
Peterson? Or
Paul.
is it Paul?
Paul.
Paul?
Adrian Paul. He's still around and he still looks the same. He still looks good. Dude, let that guy have that role again.
Yeah,
Not if they
absolutely.
the long running thing, they won't. They have to play for that story, and they want somebody hot and new. They're not
Yeah,
going
that's true.
to TV
He
star.
didn't even get to be the main villain on the season he was on Arrow. They brought him in. He was supposed to be the villain, and then it ended up he wasn't. He was just like the lackey for the main villain, which was Oliver's sister. And I was like, dude, screw this. I was
Wait,
so
what are you
mad.
talking about?
On Arrow.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't
Who was
remember that
on it?
season? Adrian Paul.
he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was being played. He was supposed to be like the main villain, and then it ended up being Oliver's sister that he never knew he had. And then she killed him, killed Adrian Paul, and then she was like the bad guy through that thing. And I was like, screw this, man. I was so mad.
What season?
Oh, geez. We're
That was pretty quick into it, dude.
Yeah, I remember that. Tony was just showing me. I remember that now.
You
Oh.
talking about his?
I don't know how
Yeah.
I don't remember how far into the season it was. I just remember when I saw Adrian Paul and they hyped him up. I just lost it.
I would say starting at like season 2, dude.
Is that
No.
when his sister
No,
was?
that wasn't season 2.
That
No.
looks like a later season.
That was a later season. Because I can tell you all the villains for every season of Arrow.
Get laid just once.
It's pretty sad, but I can tell you all the villains. He wasn't until later. His sister didn't show up.
Season 7.
Oh, I was
see,
going to
quit
say
watching
7
at
too.
6. That's why I don't know.
Yeah. And that was the one that had his sister, but
Man, they
yeah, I
Is
just
it
thought
is it really worth watching all those later seasons? Because like it feels like I'm pulling my fingernails out.
In my opinion, after the whole Deathstroke thing, it was,
My opinion, first 4 seasons. Hell yeah. After that, nope.
That's kind of what it felt like. Like I hated being a fan and having these feelings of like not liking the show that I love, but it got hard to watch after a while.
yeah, my wife and I watched, but for my personal opinion, it peaked season 3. It peaked season 3, and then after that, it just was like there. You know, it was like you watched because you were a fan, and I felt obligated. And her and I just watched, and even towards the very, very end, I was like, okay, I can't do this no more. Like, I'm not even into the shows, and my wife kept watching until she watched the rest of the season, like as it happened, the little half a season that they had. Normally, it's like 23 episodes. That one only had like 10.
Because that's when they were doing the Infinite.
yeah,
Okay.
Infinite Earths thing.
Yeah. And so she watched that solo because I was when they had his because there was other stuff too where they introduced his daughter and there was this whole back and forth of future and the past.
Gosh, yeah.
It was,
That was
and then I was
annoying.
like,
They did that. I feel like it's the same thing with Flash. It's horrible.
yeah,
You know what? Those shows came up. I tried watching the first couple episodes of season 7 of The Flash. I swear to God, they say the words feelings and emotions more than Run Barry.
And family. Don't forget family.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
All we have is family.
It's like watching Fast and Furious, dude.
tread lightly.
What's wrong with Fast and Furious?
princess. Like,
Nothing's wrong with the Fast and Furious. I'm just saying, like, the
He's
whole
not talking
family
about
thing.
the whole Vin Diesel always saying family.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Family.
Never mind. I got you. I mean, those
Someone got
movies.
protective.
No. Sorry. Those movies don't, they don't make sense, but they're not supposed to. They're action movies.
I did take you off track. I'm sorry. I got excited about the whole Highlander. It pretty much probably is just a big rumor, but still.
Yeah, you knocked us way off track, bro.
I did.
Yeah,
Hey, believe me.
man.
That's-
Way off track. Way off track.
All right, Tony, go ahead.
Okay, for the third time, what is your expectations for the new Flash movie? Like, do you expect if there's going to be any other villain than Zod? what other characters are going to join in? I mean, me and Reek were talking about it, and we were thinking that maybe they're finally going to put in Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern.
Did you just call me?
Reek? Yes. I don't wanna...
I'm still
Green
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, I'm just making sure.
Green Lantern as the villain? Is that what you said?
Like they're finally going to put in Green Lantern and
Oh,
then form him in the Justice League, because there's been like the only thing that showed a Green Lantern was, I believe, in Snyder Cut's Justice League in the beginning, how it shows the Amazons with the Atlanteans, and it showed the Lanterns fighting there too. But ever since that sign, there's been no showing Lanterns at all. Not even talking about them.
in the DCU, right? There's been
Yeah.
nothing in the DCU at all about the Lanterns.
Just that that one where they resurrect Superman. They're at the beginning of it talking about how Steppenwolf first came and tried, and they had a collection of people who tried to stop him. They had some lanterns in that.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah,
was
that's what I was
talking
talking about. Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
bad, yeah.
Yeah, because you got John Jones on what was it?
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, post credit. Was it Snyder Cut that he?
Yeah, he went
Showed up
to he went to Batman's house and he talked to him. For some reason, he was just chilling at home watching the whole thing happen. Probably.
I'm embarrassed to say I have yet to watch the Snyder Cut.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, we watched it when it came out.
Look,
were
I
waiting
watched
for
the
it.
crappy one. So when the Snyder one came out, I was like, no, I'm not, because I watched the one that went off the rails.
We've all been waiting for though.
I know. There's too many good things to watch and not enough time. I'm
Are
sorry.
you the kind of guy that opens all his presents on Christmas Eve and then Christmas just ain't the same?
Have you met my wife? No, that's not me. I wait.
You gotta watch the Snyderverse if you're gonna watch anything.
You have to. It's
I know.
It fills
it's
in.
so worth.
It fills in a lot of gaps that were kind of left open.
It has,
in
I
Justice
believe,
League.
4 different chapters or 5. I think 5 chapters in the movie, and it's 4 hours long, but it's worth it.
Oh, that's what I hear from everybody. So I know I've got to watch it.
Yeah,
I have
it was
to.
a waste that they actually fired him in the first place. It was horrible.
Yeah, you felt like you were watching 2 different movies when you watched the original Justice League, which is sad because I look forward to that movie. But to get back to your question about the Flash, I don't know. I don't really have any expectations for it, I guess. I just,
Look,
Like, do you think?
I don't
that-
know.
Sorry.
I'm just excited and geeked to see Michael Keaton as Batman again. Like, that's
Well,
what I'm.
I think
geeked about.
everybody is.
Oh, speaking about that, so has everyone caught up in season 9 of The Flash?
Let's just say I have. Let's pretend I watched the other ones because
The ones that haven't, do you guys care if I spoil it?
Haven't had it.
No, I don't care. I watched all the way through 7, 8. No. Which one had Nora?
That's like 5 when she hold on.
It was
No.
5 or 6 that when she first
No,
appeared.
5. Yeah, 5 at the end of season 4. She was like, "I'm your daughter from the future," and then boom, end credit, or like end scene. And then season 5 started out with Nora coming along.
What? That can't be right.
Yeah, because she was at the
end of
wedding.
Yeah, because they defeated the Thinker, and then they're all having a little party in the house or whatever, and then Nora just barges in, and it's like, "I have something to tell you guys. I'm your daughter from the future." Boom.
So she showed up at the end of the season that had the Thinker.
Yes, season
So
4.
the season with her,
Season
so the
5.
one with her was season 5, and that's where you realize she was talking to Eobard
Yeah.
in and come
Future.
okay.
39.
That's the last one. That's the last one I watched.
Ooh, that's a good place to start. I mean, end. That's a good place to end. But
Yeah,
anyways,
that's the last one I watched.
we have the Red Death in season 9, which based off the comics, it's where Batman turned evil and he wanted to take Flash's speed, and so he combined himself with the Flash and became the Red Death. And he has like a part of Barry inside of his head with Bruce Wayne, so like intertwined. But anyway, so the Red Death's in there. One, it's only just Batman. Like there's no Flash inside of her at all. And then 2, she says 2 lines from 2 different Batman. She says, "I'm Vengeance" from Robert Pattinson, and then she says, "What was it? You want to get crazy?"
Oh, let's get crazy.
from Michael
Let's get
Keaton
crazy.
Batman.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. Yeah.
That
Have,
it just
have you
makes no
guys-
sense. Like, what universe is she from then if she knows 2 different Batmans?
have you guys seen the Kevin Smith talk about Michael Keaton as Batman?
Mm-mm.
No.
What do you
Oh
say?
man, he talks about I'm gonna send the link to the group chat. He talks about how like Michael Keaton is Batman when he's Bruce Wayne. He's never really up to what's going on because this lifestyle, this Bruce Wayne isn't who he is, and he doesn't care, and it can't even keep his attention. It's pretty cool.
Kevin Smith
I
has
mean-
good ideas of stuff.
I'm trying not to step on his jokes because you know what he said was better. And I don't want to
Yeah.
dissuade you from listening to it because I'm
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, I'll listen to it.
All right. So another thing I was thinking about is, did any of y'all watch the Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania?
Yes.
What'd you think about it?
I liked it.
Really?
Yeah, we've already had this conversation where you start watching.
I know. It's. I'm not gonna get into that. I swear. Okay. Okay.
I thought it was pretty decent. I didn't hate it. I liked it.
So is it okay if I spoil it then? I don't know. Are you gonna watch it?
I'm gonna watch it. Even if you spoil it, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. So at the end, Kane dies, but then in the end credit scene, it shows a whole arena of Kanes getting excited, and then like 4 like of the most smartest and toughest or powerful Kanes were like deciding on like what to do. And I had a question of who is gonna Kane go after next. Because he went after Ant-Man first, and then that one lost. So are they gonna if they're gonna send another Kane, who are they gonna send it to?
Didn't he technically? Wasn't he dealing with Loki first?
They didn't send that King.
Well, I know they didn't send that Kane, but I'm saying since that one died, are they gonna send another one because he didn't conquer that universe?
First, their goal is to take over the timelines. So right now, they've kind of over the course since Loki, they've come into existence, right? Because prior to Kang, Arcane was taking care of unifying the timeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he breaks out. Their shit is a war, and they want to eliminate everything that is not Kang. So I don't think they're sending one. I think they're going to be sending all, and with their technology, it's going to take that unification of some of our greatest heroes to take that on. Threat.
Interesting.
It
Okay.
got threats because Zeus ordered Hercules to freaking make the humans pay. Ares with the
Wait a minute, I
Eternal-
thought he wanted to make Thor pay.
No,
No.
he said humans make them fear us again.
Yeah, remember what he said?
Oh.
He said they don't fear us. They look to these superheroes.
Hmm.
You know, that brings me to like another question I was going to ask you guys. So like since in Thor: Love and Thunder they showed like most of the like gods and celestials, like do they have like a hierarchy system? Like is there like a top god and then there's like the weakest god and there's like strongest or something?
Yeah,
Well,
the top god is technically Stan Lee, like the creator. Like I already looked this up a while ago. Like there's a character in Marvel who's basically Stan Lee.
Really?
No,
Yeah, what's his name again?
Yeah.
I
think
know
it
what you're
was
talking about. I read it.
isn't really.
I think
like,
it was the creator. Because
Something.
I remember
would be,
because like it was saying somebody killed the Living Tribunal, and like it was talking about like who's more powerful.
Yep.
I only know one. I don't know. I don't know if it's MCU yet, but I know one character from the comics who's like the toughest of them all. Is like I think his name's the Beyonder or something like that.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure that's Isn't that Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about, Marvel.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Beyonder.
I think
Yeah,
he was
wasn't
on
he
that
like
list.
super mega strong?
I don't know. You get into the cosmic beings, it's like I don't recognize that name.
There,
Beyonder.
Well, okay, then how about we talk about the MCU then? What about the Living Tribunal? Since in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, they went to a universe where there's a living tribunal there. So that makes it MCU. So does that mean that like the living tribunal is like at the top, or is the Celestials like up there with the living tribunal at who's the toughest or most powerful?
Isn't Eternal more powerful than the Living Tribunal?
I was gonna say I think it's Eternal, and then the Living Tribunal.
Mhm.
I think Eternal. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's stronger than Eternal.
laid out for this. There's actually a link that you can go to that'll show you the most powerful of all the players in the MCU.
Mhm.
We have anybody set up to do fact checking or any shit like that? Look for Marvel. Can't do it because I'm actually using.
shows internals.
But I would look at Marvel and then strongest character, and they'll list off like the top 100 or whatever.
Okay.
And it'll rank them out by God and whatnot. Or
Mhm.
Wasn't
okay.
those people they had on the Flash when they did that joint show with all the other shows? Those aliens, the Dominators or whatever, weren't they like one of the strong people? Like,
Oh yeah, they're very powerful,
are you talking
Okay.
about? Or are you talking about Flash?
and especially when Arrow became Spectre, Spectre's very powerful too.
Well, that's DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Try to keep them separate instead of jumping back and forth.
Well, yeah, because at one point you guys had asked about what they could do with villains for the Flashpoint, and I see that as kind of like exactly what happened with X-Men and Days of Future Past, or even with the timelines in the Marvel universe. They set it up to where you got restarts and you can make whoever the fuck you want to be, whoever, so they can, bring in a Black Wonder Woman or whatever the hell may be, because there's no boundaries now. They have a completely different time to play with.
So does that
It
mean?
just opens it up?
So does that mean they're gonna bring like with the Flashpoint? Does that mean they're gonna bring like a new actor for Superman, or are they just gonna keep Supergirl? Like they could say in that universe he died or something.
But I guess that's my point, is that they could.
They could do what they want. There's no.
It just leaves the window open, which is
I mean,
good.
yeah.
Leaves it open for
But
any possibility.
I'm just really hoping that Reverse Flash is gonna be in there. That'd be sweet.
Well, you would hope so, because this is the first DCU Flash live action film that they're doing, and like Eobard is he's like the main villain. Reverse Flash is one of the main villains in the comics. That's who you think about. So
Yeah, but so do you guys think they should keep what's his name, Ezra Miller as Flash, or do you think they should change it to Grant Gustin, the CW Flash?
I've always wanted Grant Gustin. Like Ezra, if Ezra wasn't so freaking out of his mind in reality,
Yeah.
he'd be fine. Like I like him as an actor, but he's just like off the rails right now.
He's a little
So
kooky.
What's the deal with him in reality? I don't know anything about.
So
have
basically,
you seen his
Ezra
Instagram?
Miller,
No, I don't do that. I let the celebrities have fucking lives. Why? What's up with them?
well, basically, one of the main thing about Ezra Miller is that like what is it? He was like manipulating and grooming this like 12-year-old girl, and like brought her to like this shed where they did like LSD and stuff, and she like had like a panic attack and almost died. And so the parents are like trying to sue Ezra for that. And then Ezra has like this whole barn house where there's a pregnant woman and her kids, and he has like a bunch of guns in the shed with them.
And he
Yeah,
also
with the
there was a
boys.
boy too.
Yeah.
There was also a 13-year-old boy that he took and disappeared.
Oh, really? I
Um,
didn't hear nothing about that.
yeah, that was the last thing he did, where they were trying to find him,
Okay.
and he like vanished. So, because it wasn't the girl, he never disappeared with the girl. There was the boy. Was the recent one. Well, I say recent, but that was the
Yeah, I was
last
just
thing.
saying how recent because I heard nothing about this.
Oh, this was like a few months ago. That was the first thing that I heard about him. I didn't hear about, like, I know he was I don't know, they were saying he was like brainwashing people. I don't know, like
Mm-hmm.
almost
Yeah,
like
he said he was trying to like talk, like make his own call. And there's a video of him like threatening the KKK to like telling them to like commit suicide to the North Carolina KKK or whatever.
yeah, I don't know, man. He's just off the rails.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I agree
from
with you
like,
too completely. Like, if he was just a normal guy, like just a normal guy and actor, he would be great for the role. But like, I'm just like wondering why Warner Bros. Is keeping them when they had like Brendan Fraser and I believe Michael Keaton in the Batgirl movie. The whole movie was made, but then they just shut the whole project down. They deleted the whole thing the day like after it was finished. But then they're gonna keep Ezra Miller as the Flash and then send out his own movie.
I think that has to do with what was done and what wasn't done. And maybe because all of that one was pretty much completed, that's why they're going to roll with it. But the other ones weren't 100% complete. Well, no, you said they were done. I don't know.
No, yeah, it was officially done. It was officially done. That's why everyone was so upset because the movie was done and is set to be released, and then they just cut the whole thing off.
Maybe it's a profit thing. I mean, a Flash movie will probably generate more than a Batgirl movie would. I mean, just in my opinion, I think more people would pay to see the Flash movie. Plus, he's already been introduced. He's already been introduced.
Keep the Flash movie to reset the timeline. That's why that one stuck.
That's another good point.
Mm.
You need that one. That's just like the comics, man. That's how you got the New 52.
I've barely read any of the New 52.
I've
read like Superman and a couple Batman, but
yeah, my oldest knows a lot more than me. Everything that I've read, I borrowed from her. But
like usually, I go to this guy Comicstorian on YouTube. I watch like full like stories about his like he reads comics and he goes through the full stories of them. So there's one about the New 52. I watched it years ago, but I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, that was when that was the first time. Oh no, that wasn't. Flashpoint was what he did that reset the timeline, but I don't know if Flashpoint is what led to the New 52.
So what I believe, oh crap, oh wow, I can't really remember. I thought it was something to do with the multiverse, and
yeah, wasn't it the reinsurgence of the multiverse? Wasn't it the reinsurgence of the multiverse? The 52 was like after that.
Okay, so yeah, it was Flashpoint that caused New 52. Thank you.
Yeah, that one started and then it led into the New 52 because he just created a new timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Time, and they might put more effort into Batgirl later, but right now they need to reset the timeline so that they can clean shit up.
Okay.
And who knows, they might even use it to get him out. Play it to a point and then fucking done.
Yeah, that's another good point. They could. And it does free them up too. If they reboot it, they can kind of do things
differently,
their own way. They can well, I shouldn't say their own way, but
they
can do things differently.
Actors and storylines and everything else, because a timeline or a dimension shift is strange.
Yep.
So you guys, So what do you guys think already of in Marvel of Ironheart? Like, what
I
do you
don't
think about?
really know Ironheart. In the MCU, like from the comics, I know the character, but I think they introduced Ironheart in the
Wakanda
MCU
Forever.
and Wakanda Forever, which I
Yep.
haven't watched yet.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant
So-
bad. Why would you not like her?
What
Huh?
was that, bro?
She's a brilliant badass. Why would you not like her?
Oh, no,
Why would I not like her?
No. I was just wondering because I actually have another question. I was thinking about like how she's making her suits, and now, I'm gonna say this, okay? And I'm not trying to discriminate against anything or like say anything bad about the movie or whatever. I'm just saying.
I know where you're going with that one. I'm gonna
What?
stop you right there.
This one right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say that. So from the comics, Tony Stark's clone is helping Ironheart build her suits. Like he's helping her. Like his clone, like he's I believe because from the Civil War, there's a comic Civil War 2 where Iron Man gets in a coma, like he can't move. And so that he puts like his a online AI clone where he can walk around and like do stuff. So and they showed his clone from or like hologram, I guess, in Avengers Endgame at the end. So I'm thinking about, do you think that like they're maybe gonna like put like they're actually gonna make more of a Tony Stark hologram, and aren't in the I think it's is it the movie or show, the Ironheart movie or show? I think it's a show.
I think it's gonna be a show.
Yeah, but so do you think he's gonna be a part of it?
No.
Probably not.
Yeah, did his contract end?
I don't know. He did it for 11 years. I don't know if he had a contract. I think he's done. They can use his likeness and all that stuff, but I think he's done.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Mhm.
No. Yeah.
There's also another thing
Because
I've been thinking about for a while is that at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, a bit of Venom is left behind in the MCU universe. So do you know who that's gonna like attach to or where it's gonna go?
Peter Parker.
Well, yeah, they could switch that.
Because it's in the same timeline as Peter Parker.
Yeah, but didn't Doctor Strange, like, people got drawn towards him, and so did that Venom, but then they all got erased at the end of that movie when they erased Peter Parker.
But that symbiote
Yeah,
was
but
left
there-
behind.
The symbiote is,
Symbiote left on the desk.
yeah, on that bar, and that's something different.
Yeah, let's survive.
I don't think that's affected, and it's probably going to attach itself to Peter, like the comics, and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe they could, if they get to Eddie, well, no,
They screwed with the universe. They can do whatever they want now.
yeah, I know. It's just, I know.
Or, well, just
Well, if that's the case, then you should have. Then shouldn't you have? Who the heck is Eddie Brock in
Are you talking about in
on.
Spider-Man timeline?
Go ahead, finish.
it? In the one with Okay, the one that we're on now. Okay, so the same timeline as No Way Home, Homecoming, and all that, because that Eddie Brock is from a different time.
yeah,
Or-
Eddie Brock in the No Way Home, like the Spider-Man universe, he's that kid with the blonde hair, whatever, always holding the phone up, like Snapchatting or whatever, like on Instagram Live, the one with his phone. That's the Eddie Brock in that universe.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're making me Google a lot of shit today.
I know. I swear to you. I swear I'm right, dude. I swear I'm right.
I don't remember them. I don't remember Eddie Brock being in those at all. You had
Yeah,
Flash
that's it.
Thompson. You had Flash Thompson,
Oh, maybe that's
but
Flash.
I don't remember Eddie Brock.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're thinking
maybe
of
that's
Flash.
Flash. Maybe
I
that's
think
Flash
you're really thinking
Thompson.
of Flash.
Yeah, that's Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
So they
Thompson.
have a Flash Thompson already, but I haven't seen an Eddie Brock.
Flash
Do you
is
think
the-
maybe he's in like another high school then, since Peter in high school, or something?
Wasn't Brock a football player in the high school?
Brock was a dude that got
He was older.
No.
I thought
Oh,
Eddie
wait,
was
that's right,
older.
because- yeah, he was way older.
Flash is the one that was in school with Peter. Eddie was older,
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Okay.
and Eddie was the one who got ticked off because he had a thing for MJ, and MJ ended up with Peter.
Wait, was that the tall dude?
In the comics, Eddie Brock was a bigger dude.
Yeah,
He was.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he's a pretty big guy.
He's
Like,
a bigger guy. He wasn't like he was in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, Topher
That
Grace.
was okay.
Who I love that guy, but he did not look the part of Eddie Brock.
No.
So I don't know. But I like how Sony did their version of Venom and how they cast Eddie Brock is I just like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I hope
But-
they make it number 3 because that'd be great.
I just love. Can I
Well-
eat
you just love what?
him? Freaking Venom. Freaking, can I eat him?
Yeah,
Let me eat someone.
yeah. Those movies aren't bad. Like
No.
they weren't bad. What was your other question there, Reek Jr.? Because some old people got to go to sleep. Of course you're eating.
Okay, hold
Of
on.
course you're eating.
This one right here is the one he was dying to ask. So, what does everyone think? How is Wade and Logan actually meet? How are they going to portray that in the movie?
it's gonna be military. Why don't they hear each other?
What?
Wade and Logan, how would they meet? Right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Through the military.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because remember, the homeboys met in first.
Yeah, but that's a completely different timeline though.
No, I'm just saying that any timeline that you put them in, they're not the types of personalities that you would find in the same place at the same time. You know what I mean? Logan's
Yeah.
off work and he's freaking out in the woods chopping fucking wood and staring off at the stars. And meanwhile, Wade getting
Doing
drunk in the hook, shoving shit up his ass.
yeah, Wade's doing whatever.
I mean,
So
yeah.
First bisexual fucking comic book hero, dude. He's just a nut.
they could. It could. I don't know. They could do something. They could do what they want. I guess it depends on what Logan he meets.
So obviously, well, the only different thing is that they showed a picture of the X-Men Wolverine suit. So we don't know if it's like, like I don't know, like a mature Wolverine, like he's still very deadly and like, I don't know, he's still more of an animal and crazy, or is it like kind of like the older Wolverine where like he'll put on the suit, but he's not as good as he used to be.
Just hearing you
He
say
has the suit.
Wolverine's always as good as he used to be. Fucking Wolverine, god damn it.
Oh yeah, I mean Logan proved it. Yeah,
He's always going to be vicious, just always going to be sweet.
That berserker mode, shit. I mean, and the dude, he's you can't take somebody out that can constantly heal and doesn't mind the fact that there's pain.
Yep. Which is so weird because that's both of them. They both have healing factors.
And they both don't give a shit about the pain. They'll get the job
Nope,
done.
they don't. So that's a problem.
Mhm.
So, do you think they're gonna fight each other?
Nope.
I'd love it if they did.
They might have a couple little tussles, but I think the main thing is going to be fighting somebody else. The tussles are going to come when frickin' Wade does some dumb shit. And since
Yeah.
Wolverine
Yes.
So, okay,
like, aim 'em
Then
so
if they're not gonna fight each other, who are they gonna fight then?
well,
Okay, well, were they both,
it'd be
in
fun.
a sense, part of the same type of experiment, like the Weapon X experiment? Weren't they both?
Yes.
Wait a
So,
minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't in Deadpool 2? Wasn't the X-Men there? The what is it? The Days of Future Past, weren't they there?
Oh yeah, when he was cracking that joke, like, and why is there such a big house with nobody in
Yeah,
here?
and then they closed the door. So is that the Wolverine they're gonna meet?
it could be, but it's still, they have that link in their past, though, to a degree. Like, they were both experiments, you know?
Yeah.
But
So they could.
yeah, but one of them the experiment that lined up with Striker. So,
I didn't hear you say.
anyway,
Sorry, we couldn't hear you. There was a loud vehicle behind someone.
I'm saying that when he got a hold of that time ring or band or whatever, when he stopped the frickin' number 11 project, he eliminated that particular combination together. But they can bring in a lot of the X-Men characters because they're really, starting to open up with them. So
Mhm.
you got Gambit, you got all the ones that were in the Men movies that they haven't touched yet.
Hmm. They could.
You got the whole down to the frickin' what's that Canadian that Wolverine prior to?
What's the what?
Wolverine was in a crew before he became an X-Men.
Oh, what was her name?
What was that? They're all white and red.
The Alpha or something?
No, that's Oh wait, the Canadian group, that is what,
Isn't that-
Alpha Group or whatever.
Yeah, like Alpha.
The ones
Isn't that with
that
Sasquatch?
it has Sasquatch, it has Puck, it has
Was it Nova? Something like that, maybe? No.
no, I didn't think Nova was in that, but I know
No,
that group.
Like bully for some motherfucker.
Alpha
It is
Alpha Flight.
Alpha Flight, that's what it is. Alpha Flight.
Yes. If they put that in the movie, that's going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because those characters are pretty derpy. I like them.
Yeah. And they haven't been introduced at all.
Which it would be pretty cool to hear Sasquatch talk about Hulk.
Well, you got to think. Last time that we see Deadpool, he's fucking around with time.
Which,
So,
Yep.
never mind.
if he's able to recharge that thing and go in and do, for all we know, he could lose it, move, or fight, freaking hit the door, some bad got it, got to go back. That could run over because whenever they mess with time or dimensions, all kinds of.
Yep.
Who perfect pick for it? Pick a villain.
Who would be a perfect fit for that?
Omega Red?
That's what I was thinking.
I love Omega Red.
Them yet. That would be nice.
Who's that master mutant that starts with an S? Looks like a vampire. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you're talking about wow. We were just talking about him.
Who?
Master Mutant that starts
Oh,
with an
Mr.
S.
Sinister.
Mr. Sinister. Him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Sinister.
Oh yeah, they did. And
Oh.
Deadpool 2, they did show his company, like his logo company.
Okay. They showed that in Days of Future Past also. The SX.
They did what now in Days of Future Past?
Days of Future Past. They had the briefcase or whatever that
Oh,
said
with this, with like the liquid inside.
SX Corp or whatever. You don't remember that?
No, I'm gonna have to go back and watch both those. But Ace,
Yeah, that's a hint at Sinister, and they never brought him in. And Sinister would be sweet because he also has a healing factor.
yeah, so
Yep.
it's 2 Easter eggs that they threw out there. And if you're somebody looking to create the perfect mutant gene pool, aren't you gonna want the 2 greatest specimens alive?
Yeah, and that's what he's always been trying to do in the comics. That's why he wants Cyclops and Jean Grey. He's always trying to create this perfect mutant out of those two.
And
Yeah, he could try it.
who just happened, their son, who just happens to be around.
Yeah,
I mean, they've been setting it up. It's just whether they pull the trigger on it or not.
yeah, because he was in the second one. He'd be perfect. Mr. Sinister would be that would be off the chain if they did that.
Should they have like a, what is it? Should they have like a main villain and then like a little sidekick type villain, or just like the big bad main villain?
Big bad, especially if it's Mr. Sinister. Big bad.
And so, how are they supposed to kill him then if he also has regenerating?
I don't know. Ask the X-Man. Because he did it. Somehow he did it. He can only there's certain ways like he can't. There's things that don't hurt him, but Cyclops hurts him.
Yeah, his optic beam hurt him.
Yeah. In the comics, and I remember he was killed by X-Man. That was the Age of Apocalypse timeline, but he flew through him. Like he charged up all the power, but he has the powers of his mom and his dad. So that Sinister like closed up the hole, still talking to him, and then he flew away because he was like, "Forget you." Then he went looking for Apocalypse, and Sinister was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm bleeding," and he died.
So it did say that Cyclops is his weakness, like his optic blasts.
Yeah, there's something about that hurts him.
So does that mean that Cyclops is going to join then, like the X-Men?
I would love OG Cyclops to do it, but again, I don't know.
Yeah,
That would be awesome if they brought him back.
Yeah.
He was kind of a secondary character. He wasn't the play Cyclops. They needed more of a freaking like the kid that they did end up having to come and play it, for the next round. They needed somebody that was more take charge and less bit to Wolverine, because that's basically how they lined him up in the way that they did it. And
the new one.
You're talking about James Marsden's character?
Which one's James Marsden?
The OG Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of a tool in there, I mean, Cyclops is cool, but the way that they had him portrayed, he was kind of a freaking tool. So,
the one they had from Days of Future Past and like the other movies, they made him out to be like super weak too, though.
Yeah, forget that guy.
He was a crybaby.
I want the OG one back.
Yeah.
And he was take charge. That's how he was in the comics. He was like that with Logan. They were always back and forth with each other.
yeah, but he wasn't as much about it. Like, the OG one was just more of a puss than what Cyclops did. You know what I mean? Like, a bit more confidence with it. He was the leader. Professor X was,
Well, I felt he was. I felt he was. He only listened to Professor X. Like he listened to Xavier. I felt like he ran the ship,
I feel like he did a great job too.
but maybe he could be a little more firm, a little more of a jerk.
Yeah. But they're-
Oh, what if say like Jean gets like the Phoenix Force or something, and she traps like the old school Cyclops and Wolverine into what Wade's like world timeline.
So what?
Can't she do that? Can't she move people in the different timelines?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't think Jean could do that.
Okay. I thought she did. Because in
I
Old
didn't-
Man Logan, she was she was messing with Logan and making him go to different timelines. Like one where he's a space cowboy, and another one he's in the middle of the desert, and another one he's literally dying.
But that Jean is like the Phoenix,
Yes.
or just Jean, which Jean's strong, but I didn't know she could do that, even as the Phoenix.
Maybe she came with the Phoenix, yeah.
I have to reread Old Man Logan.
So it says she can warp reality. Jean Grey.
Warp reality, not the way that Scarlet Witch can,
Yeah.
right?
No. Well, no, actually,
Or can she? Or can
Yes,
she do it the same?
because like I said from Old Man Logan, she was making Logan seem like he was in different places. Like I said, like in space, in the road, in the desert, different places at once.
Wow. Yeah, I'm rereading that one.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Hmm.
Well, that's not number one. That's like I think issue 3, maybe, or 4 of Old Man Logan.
Okay.
Oh, my team is losing.
I'll find it though.
All right. I see it's
Excuse me.
getting kind of late there.
Yeah.
So old folks got to get to bed.
Yeah, it's the same time where you're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just better weather.
We had some nice weather,
What, for a month or two?
Is it back to snow?
like a week. No, we ain't had no snow back yet.
No, they're in their summertime pretty much.
All right.
Yeah,
50s.
yeah.
I will let you guys know next time. Well, he won't be with us anymore, but
Yeah.
we'll do it again another time. I'll set it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good. But yeah, then we'll have to do one when he gets back.
Oh,
That'll be
man.
nice.
I look way different.
You have a good haircut.
Real job.
Yeah, you know, DW, how they you used to always go to basic and you would do your haircut and all your filing or your paperwork and everything then. I was telling you before, now they're doing that beforehand.
No, they always do it. You have to in process before you get there. Because I mean, like they set you up so they could knock you down. Like you need all your uniforms, you need to make sure all your shots and your medical stuff's okay. You know,
Yeah.
you need to stand in. You need to stand in formation for several hours at a time just to weed out the wimps.
Lovely.
Mm. Man, that's why you made it, DW.
I made it because I thought it was cool. I just thought it was fun.
USA, baby. Heck yeah.
I thought it was cool. All right, man. Well, I will
It's a
talk to
free
you guys
adventure.
later.
All right.
All right, peeps.
Take it easy.
See you guys.
Have a good night.
Yep.
Yeah.
See ya.